scored between 9 and 27 points. Second one, what percent of students scored higher than 21 points? And the last question, percent of students scored less than 15 points. All right. So think about these for a moment. We're going to take a look at how to answer them and see if you can figure out how we can utilize the information we have to answer these questions in a reasonable way. Over here, I'm just going to draw sort of what the picture looks like for this. So, our first question, what percentage of students score between 9 and 27 points? Well, let's come to our picture here. Let's try to mark off on our picture approximately where those things are occurring at. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just sort of using this picture as a visual tool to answer our questions. So let's just sort of mark off sort of where these things may occur. I'm going to say 27 occurs about there. All right, there's 27. 9, let's see, 9 should be probably somewhere around there. That would be 15. There's our 9, our 27. I could even go up here and put in a 33 if I'm going to as well. But here's some idea of where these values are occurring on our picture. Okay. All right. Question 1. What percent of students score between 9 and 27? Okay. Well, here's our 9. Here's our 27. My question is asking us about some aspect of this picture. In particular, it's asking us what percentage of my data is in that blue shaded area there, right? That's what this question is asking. What percent of that is blue shaded? Okay. All right, now I know that this graph is bell shaped. That tells me that I can use my empirical rule. My empirical rule tells me information about bell-shaped distributions. In this case, the way this question is worded, I need to know how to find this area in here. How can I do that?
Do one.
Go ahead.
Go another one and subtract the middle, or your first one from your second one, and then divide it by 2 to get the little piece on the other side, and then add it to your original. Okay, it's really bad.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. When we're looking at our picture here, what we notice is that the 27 goes 1 standard deviation above, right? So we're 1 standard deviation above with the 27. The unfortunate part is that we're 2 standard deviations below with the 9. Well, let's change things around a little bit. Let's try to answer a slightly different question first. Suppose I went 2 standard deviations out on both sides. Okay? Let's go 2 standard deviations out on both sides. If I went all the way up to the 33, how much data is between the 9 and the 33?
9.
Okay, so between the 9 and 33, we get 95% of results. Okay? All right. That's good. Let's see. Let's ask another question also relating to the same picture. How much data is between The 27 and the 15.
68.
Okay. Between those, we have 68% of our results. Okay. All right. So here's what I know. In here, I have 68%. Okay. And there I have 68%. Here, I have 95%. Okay. So, how much data is there right here and right here? If I was to take this little bit here and this little bit here, how much would be outside of that 68 but inside the 95%?
13.
These bits out here have to total 95 minus 68, which is
27.
there's a total of 27 outside.
It's 13 and a half.
But, right, what we're doing is that 27 has to be evenly split between both of these sides. Why?
Because you're only using one of them.
No, but why does it have to be split?
Because it's a symmetric.
Equal.
It's bell-shaped. and it's-
What we know is that this graph is bell-shaped, right? Which means it's symmetric, which means whatever's on this side matches up perfectly with whatever on that side. Okay? So half of my 27 ends up here, half of it ends up here, which means that this is 13.5%. This is also 13.5%. So if I want to know how much is between 9 and 27, how do I find that?
Add the 68 plus 13 and a half.
Right, I'm going to take my 68, I'm going to add a little bit down here between the 9 and the 15, and so the first question, I get 81.5%. Okay. So 81.5% of students scored between 9 and 27 points. Okay. All right. Question number 2. What percentage of students scored higher than 21 points?
50%.
In this case, again, we're using sort of the overall shape of this particular distribution. 21, right in the middle. Right? That's right in the middle of our picture here. So the amount above and the amount below have to be the same. So the answer for the question, the second question, is 50%. Okay. All right. And now finally we can get to our last question here. What percentage of students scored less than 15 points? Well,
16.
okay. We're going to answer this question again, sort of using the overall shape of this picture. I know that 68% of all of my data is between 15 and 27. Okay? How much is on the outside then? Well, if this is 68%, the amount here and the amount here have to be the rest of the data, right? 68% is in the middle. How much is below? How much is above? Total amount below and total amount above have to add to 32, right? I only want to know how much is below. What's that value? It's half of the total amount on the outside. So in this case, 16% of students scored less than 15 points. Okay? So with graphs like this, if you know the mean and you know the standard deviation, there's a lot of results, a lot of information that you can get in terms of percentages of results, how much data there is within certain regions. Okay? All right, that takes us to the end of all of the material from 2.4. Next time, we'll get into 2.5 and talk about other ways of measuring stuff.